That is pretty. Oh, so pretty. Okay. I'm going to give it time for folks to wake up and join the live. I just tried to go live and we had an issue. So I'm going to give it a moment for folks to realize we back so they can join it too. In the meantime, let's just enjoy God's gift. Let us just enjoy the gift. It's a good time to meditate. It's a good time to just let some deep breaths in and out. It's a good time to be still. It's a good time to ground. It's a good time to just get anchored. You know, these morning messages are really designed to create a consistent, safe space for intention setting. It's not just about me showing up to do my dog and pony show or whatever that looks like in the day. These morning messages are really intended for you to ground your day in something that's positive, conscious, healthy. So as I give it a few more seconds for people to be able to join the live, take this moment for yourself just to enjoy being alive. Just to enjoy being. All right. I think we got enough of that. Psych. Just kidding. Can never get enough of that. Y'all gonna get this now. Shit. Let's go. So beautiful. And then you see the birds. The birds are being birds. What's up, Louise? Gary, greetings, friends. Welcome to the morning message. Welcome, friends. My name is Allah-mi Basheer. I don't have a necklace on today. I feel a little bit naked by that, but we're going to work through it. Man. And I was going to shake my head, and I opted out of that, too. So we're just going to work through it, okay? It's just shit. Y'all going to get this version today. But I do welcome y'all to the morning message where I do a live intuitive channel message Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern. And like I always tell y'all, I don't know what's coming forth, what I'm going to talk about, what is going to be. We just going to show up and see what it is every day. So I welcome y'all to the space. I am an intuitive life coach. Yeah, so I don't do this as a party trick. I do this for real. I teach people how to tap into themselves, into their own inner truth, your own inner knowing, so that you can go ahead and co-create the life that you desire. And it all starts with your own inner knowing. So I welcome you to the party where you get to see me express my inner truths and inner wisdoms through this gift of channeling. And if you would like to learn how to do more of this for yourself so that you can live a more aligned life, a more authentic experience, you know, that's what intuition takes us to, the most authentic part of ourselves. If you want to learn more about that and how to do that for yourself, go to begreateveryday.com. Hi, Donald. So yeah, I told y'all it just comes as I'm talking. So yeah, the show starts with a title. You know, I do some pre-planning of at least a title of what the session is going to be about, but I don't give it no thought or no intention or no nothing after that. So, what's up, Crystal? So, I did notice the title. I'm trying to remember what it was. Let me pull it back up again. Something about faith. Whew. Okay, it is intuitive, so it's not pre-canned, but I do start with a topic or a theme just to jump it off, and then whew, my gift goes ham from there. Yeah, okay, there it is. Faith looks like moving before you have the full picture. So looks like all the rest of this week we're going to be talking about some form of faith. And quite honestly, every day that's what I be talking about, because that is at the essence of life. All there is either you are a believer or you're not a believer. I mean, that's just what it boils down to. Either you have faith in something bigger, higher, more expansive than you, or you don't. I mean, and quite honestly, there's no two ways about it. For those of you who kind of like teeter this line of saying you have faith, and then when it comes time to express said faith, that shit goes out the window. Like, I'm not really talking to you, okay? Because you would be someone that I'd say just doesn't have faith. You don't. And that's not a jab. It just is what it is, okay? It's like, let's start with the truth of a matter, okay? You can't change a problem unless you acknowledge it for what it is. So for those of you who claim to live faith-filled lives, but then you live a lifestyle of fear, it don't go together. So, you know, there's that. So again, I'm channeling already. These are not my opinions, okay? I'll be clear to let you know when I'm inserting my opinion or my life story or something that is, whew, that is coming from me and my ego mind. I'll let you in on that, okay? But you see, we already getting started. So let's get into it further. And I don't want to sit and have like a religious based conversation. I don't even really want to talk spirituality. I just want to talk about like outcomes. Okay. And I did bring, what's interesting is I don't really work with the tarot very much at all, but I was drawn to bring a tarot deck today. So we'll bring some messages through and see what comes of there. But interestingly enough, I feel led to talk about faith without talking about spirituality or talking about religion. So how does this come together? Let's see where this goes. Without talking about religion or spirituality, we're trying to talk about faith, friends. So let me feel for it a little bit more. Okay. So they want to talk about covering, okay? This notion of covering something, okay? We're not talking about religion. We're not talking about spirituality. We're just talking about covering, okay? I don't know about you, but I like to cook, and that's a new phenomenon. You know, my kids got older and moved out the house, and all of a sudden I love to cook. Go figure. But I do. Maybe because I don't have to. I don't know what the fuck it is. Anyway, let's not get lost in that. I like to cook. And, you know, like so many of you, you cook and then you have leftovers, right? And when you have leftovers, you know, everybody's ate for the day and you have the leftovers because you savor them and you want to preserve them, you want to eat them, right? You want to keep them, that you put them in some kind of container that likely has a cover on it, okay? And so why do we do this? Let's just break this down, okay? Let's just sit with this for a little bit. So why do we put a cover on the food? And I know some of y'all don't really have some good manners or sanitation habits, so maybe you don't cover your food. You just put your food in the refrigerator with no covering. And I'm not judging you. I'm just talking about an analogy. And if you relate to it, you do. And if you don't, you don't. Okay, no shade. Okay. But covering. You put something in a container and then you put a cover on it. Why? Why do you put the cover on it? Anybody want to, class, anybody want to throw in something? Thank you, Nurjama. Thank you. Hey, Louise. Vic says, I don't want my food tasting like all the other things in my fridge. Yeah, you want to protect it, right? You want to protect your food. So that's why you put a covering over it, okay? What are some of the other reasons, kids, why we cover our food when we want to, you know, save it for later? What is our logic? Okay, we're just using logic. We're not even in religion. We're not in spirituality. We're talking about faith through the analogy of covering. Why do we cover something? Yeah, So because you don't want it to dry out, right? You want it to stay its most vital, what's the word? To be the most vital, right? To be the highest quality product, right? You know, if you cover it, if you protect it, it's going to not just preserve its freshness, it's going to keep it from elements that you don't want touching it or impacting it. Okay. Okay. Why else do we cover? Okay. She said it's nasty if not. Right. It's nasty not to. So it's like asking yourself to understand the whole basic premise of covering. Okay. When we start talking about things like faith. Okay. And for some of you, you immediately start to go into religious dialect and, you know, rhetoric with, you know, covering is like, you know, the Lord covers you and, you know, you have divine intervention on your side because you are covered, right? And some folks will go to start talking about blood and all those kind of things if you're over there in that conversation. But if we're just talking about what the basic premise or ideology behind covering something, aren't the key things that come to mind like protection? That's the first thing. That when you're covered by something, you're protected. And that's what faith is. Faith is a covering. Okay. When we have faith in something, it gives us, when we have faith in something, it gives us kind of this step-by-step instruction to how to create covering over our lives, how to protect our lives from things that we don't want influencing it or contaminating it or bothering it or disrupting its growth or health and vitality. Okay. Coverings add protection, safety, and security over things that are vital. Okay. Vital, something that we want to have life, to be full of life. There's a lot of, you see, I have to close my eyes because this message is getting a little bit nuanced and it's deep. It's like I'm spiraling into layers and layers of this notion of covering. We're not even talking about belief systems, okay? We're not even talking about astrology or quantum physics. We're not even talking about atoms and we're not talking about anything but just this mindset that comes with having faith. Okay? And I don't know how you look at your religion, your relationship to your faith, okay? And for some of you, that definitely goes through a religious doctrine or a religious experience or religious beliefs in order to really understand your faith. But before you get to that, you got to make sure that you have an understanding of what faith is before you can talk about whether or not you have it, okay? And if we're using this language of covering as an analogy to connect to this notion of faith being a covering, we're not even talking about people, places, and things, and stories, and myths, and all the things, okay? It's just the notion of it being a covering for you. It being a source of protection. It is a mindset, a belief system that says that there is a covering, okay? Whew. There is protection over you. Okay. Now I know I lost some of y'all already, and we were just talking about basic things, and it's not a diss, it's not a jab. It's just because your connection to faith has been hardwired in you through conditioning to go through either spirituality or religion. Okay. But when you just look at the notion of having faith in something, this ideology is meant to be a covering. The mindset of having faith is meant to be a covering. Whew. Hi, Essence. Hi, Phil. Hi, Najee. Okay? And they want to I just want to sit with that. They want me to just sit with that for a second before I even go into any other analogies that draw into our awareness what faith actually is. Okay? They want me to just sit with that. Okay? Just marinate in that. It's a covering. Without you even needing to prove any storyline to be true or any doctrine to be real, it's just the basic notion of it. It's meant to be a covering. Whew. Okay. So it's like if we can just start from there and build now as we talk more deeply about what your relationship with your faith, okay? I'm not talking about even with your higher power. We're talking about your faith, your ability to have faith, to have trust in something that you don't see. Okay, maybe I should have broke that down sooner. I'm just giving it how they give it to me. Faith being your ability to have trust. Okay, now we're bringing in another notion, trust and covering, okay? Your ability to have trust in something that you don't see. And this mindset being a covering. To have trust in something that I don't see is the covering that protects me. I know some of y'all can't go through this linear logic, but do your best. I'm not here to convince nobody. I'm just channeling the message. It either resonates, you get it, or you don't, and it's okay. Okay? To have trust in something that you don't see. We're not talking about religion. We're not talking about spirituality. We're talking about faith, having trust in something you don't see. And I'll add the word yet. Whew. How many of y'all do that well? I mean, I don't do it well all the time. It's a practice. That's what mastery is. It's a practice of doing the right thing intentionally. It's a practice. It's something I have to consciously do. There's parts of it that are on automatic pilot, for sure. Because I've practiced it so much, I have muscle memory. It goes default to it. I don't see outcomes, or I don't see a pathway. I don't see provision. I don't see something I feel like I need. It kicks in like, bitch, you don't have to see it yet. I'm like, all right, bet. And then there's parts of me that defaults there right away. Oh, you don't see it? No problem. It's coming. It's on its way. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I'm not clear about any of it, but it's on its way. It's coming. I'll get it in time. I got a lot of that on automatic pilot, but it doesn't always happen every time. Sometimes I have to remember to have trust in what I don't see. And that mindset has to be the covering over the reality that I see that might feel unsavory or not look like it's quite aligned. But when I remember through my faith in what is bigger and greater than that this down here is protected. I don't see the covering, but I know it's there. I trust it's there. Okay. All right. So I felt like we're doing like some scaffolding here. It's like kind of setting up the big crescendo in this message. Okay. And I do have this tarot deck. I'm going to work with it in a little bit, but I got to stay with this topic and this title. Like I keep going back to, I have to see the language of the title. Faith looks like moving before you have the full picture. Faith looks like moving before you have the full picture. Trusting in things that you can't see yet. Moving before you have the full picture. Like, this is some language some of y'all really can't stomach because you're the planner type. You're the controlling type. You're not going to move to Z until you see A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, Y, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, and fucking Y. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. You want to see the A to Z plan before you take action. Because you don't trust that you have covering. You say you have faith, but when it's time to put that shit in action, that shit goes out the window and you go to your plan. And needing to have all the elements in place. And every single element must be in place in order for you to feel safe and secure that you have covering. You see how that don't be going together? You've been doing better? Good. She said me as fuck. But you doing better. And that's all we all can stand to do is better. It ain't gonna be perfect. We're fucking humans living in a really cosmic experience that feels real at times. It don't feel fake. It feels real. When real life is happening in this dimension. That shit is, we have reasonable cause why we react and respond to certain things certain ways through this human experience. Nobody's judging you. Nobody's judging you. We just talking about it for what it is. We just talking about it for what it is because so many of you have moves to make that you're not moving because you don't have faith and trust that you're covered. And I'm not here to co-sign everybody's bullshit. I'm not saying every move that everybody in here wants to make is the right move. I'm not saying that at all. That if you just have faith and then you just gonna, no, there's a certain thing called alignment too. And y'all have heard me, so those of you who tune in regularly, you've heard me say numerous times to folks who want to do something life-changing, like quit their job and start a new life or switch careers and some shit like that. Everybody shouldn't do that. I don't care how much you hate your job. It may not be for you to do that. And the reason why I say that is because unless you have faith that everything is going to work out, all you doing, if you quit something that you're not really having the faith in your potential to leverage, when you let this go, you ain't going to do nothing but drive yourself fucking to a loony bin because you don't have nothing to take the place of it. Because if you don't have what you're setting up yet, because your plan ain't worked yet, and you don't have the plan to execute yet, it's like if you leave something without having something and you're not a person that has faith, that part in the middle, that liminal space in the middle, you're going to be fucked up. I'm going to tell you the truth. I ain't going to lie to you one bit. You're going to be fucked up. It's not going to be fun. Okay? It's not going to be fun. And remember, I'm talking about the space between the exit and the plan. Right there, okay? If you don't have faith, this shit is not fun. You may find a way to gruel through, to muscle through it, to hustle through it, to figure it out. The shit is not going to be fun. You will figure it out. But unless you have faith to occupy some of those voids in your knowing of what to do or how to do it or when to do it or where to do it and who to do it with, it's not going to be fun. So you might as well stay your ass where you're at. I'm just telling you what I know. Okay, and that's the ego. I'm telling you what I know. Okay? I'm telling you what I know. Because as soon as you let go of what's familiar and what you know, it's like a free fall. It's a free fall. If we don't have clarity around our strategy, around what our exit plan or our entry, whatever the fuck you're trying to figure out in your life, whether it's about a relationship or leaving a job or starting a business or moving to another country, whatever it is you're trying to figure out, you cannot let go of your norm right now unless you are willing to let in this capacity to trust in things you don't see yet. Okay? Like, it's imperative, you guys. Like, I'm saying this for your mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, psychological health. I'm not saying people don't do it. Okay. The only way that I could let go of what was familiar to me is when I let God. I was like, all right, God, here we go. I'm going to surrender. I'm going to let it in. I don't know what the fuck, where this is going or how it really ends because I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan. Which, you know, in this 3D world, when somebody don't have a plan, we're judging them as being incompetent and irresponsible and you know, reckless. This is the language we use of people who don't have a fucking plan. But how does a plan line up with trust in the potential of what is not seen? And I'm not saying they can't coexist, but it's usually one forsakes one for the other. I gotta have a plan. I got a plan. It's like I don't need God. God, get off my shoulder. I got a plan, and this is it. And then we cast that vision forward, and then that linear logical step plan, and that's how we think it should be. And then as soon as that plan needs some renegotiation and some recalibration and some elimination and some additions, then we get scared. We start nutting up. Oh shit, shit's out of control. What's gonna happen? Now we don't know, and we in the void, and we scared, and now we start over functioning and trying to make shit happen. You know, all of this shit that we default to because we're trying to control for outcomes that really we gotta surrender to because we don't know. We don't know. We don't know how it needs to play out. We can know what we want. We can have a vision cast on it, what we want to experience, but how that experience comes in, man, if you don't let that shit go and let God take control, if you don't just fucking let that shit go, you don't need the XYZ plan. You don't need it. You need vision. You need vision for what you want to experience. You need vision. You need clarity of vision of what you are wanting. You don't have to have all the steps. In fact, it's better if you don't have all the steps. If you have steps, kind of like milestones, okay, but if you got all the micro steps, no. No, no, no. There's too much inserting of control. Like it has to be this way. Don't you know how spirit works? Don't you know that miracles happen every single day? To even you, where things just magically line up, the resources come in, the person is right there in place, the thing you want to do is right there for you to take in. It's like, this world is magical, y'all. This shit is really magical. I know y'all don't think that because you've been taught to think that things are just what they seem, but they're not. It's just the opposite. There's so much you can't see that is real to your experience if you honor it as such and let it in. But we don't want to let it in. We don't be wanting to let it in because it feels scary when our life feels out of control, out of our control. I saw somebody say that God has a plan for you. Come on. A whole plan, a whole blueprint, in fact. In fact, shout out to those of you who have learned your human design and are studying your human design. It's not a one-time occasion. It's not just enough to learn your design type, strategy, and authority. It's really unpacking all the details of how you are made on purpose to thrive in this lifetime. By design, you are blueprinted for success. Literally. Literally. Everything about you is made to do everything you feel called to do. Whew. Everything about you is made to do everything you feel called to do. That's the good, bad, and the ugly parts of you. By design, made to do what you feel called to do. For so many of you, your life doesn't make sense simply because you don't know what you were called here to do. You don't understand the assignment. So you couldn't possibly understand what's happening in your life experience if you don't understand the assignment. You don't get the big picture yet of why it all had to go down the way it went down. You haven't gained the wisdom of the lesson and the blessing. You can't really identify the particular skills that you've learned through all of these experiences that are preparing you to do just what you want to do in this lifetime. It's a lot of energy around that, okay? Y'all like this video if you resonate with these messages. Okay, this is a message of accountability to those of you who have a desire, a dream, a goal, a hope for your life, but you're not moving forward just because you don't feel like you have full clarity of every single detail. This one's for you. Today's the first day of the rest of your life. Indeed it is. You get to choose. It's like choose your own adventure. You stay stuck doing what you're doing, or you let go of the rope a little bit, let that free fall kick in a little bit, knowing that that parachute is going to catch you and that you are covered. Holy crap. Holy camole. I love it. Parachute is going to catch you. All right, a lot of shuffling. You don't need a plan, you need vision for what you want to experience. Come on. I did not have a plan, just faith. Everything is working out great. Come on. Come on. The King of Pentacles. Oh, this is good vibes. Shout out to all my entrepreneurs, okay? Those of you who have business ideas that you're not executing because you're too afraid and you can't see the end at the beginning, shout out to you. This message is for you. Okay, man. You are covered, kids. By definition of having the mindset of faith and trust in what you can't see, that is all it takes to be covered. It's like, I got you covered. Yeah. If I got you covered was a person, okay? All right, I just pulled some cards. Oh my God, my foot. I'm hurting myself. Oh my God. Let's see if I can get my setup to be a little less janky for right now. Less janky setup. By the way, thank y'all for popping in, friends. Like the video if you haven't had a chance already. Subscribe to the channel so you can know when we out in these streets. But it do be Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern. Live intuitive channeled message with me, Allah-mi. Okay. Of course, as per usual, if you want a private message, want a one-on-one session, let's connect. Let's talk. Go to BeGreatEveryday.com Details are in the show notes. All right, so I don't read tarot all the time, but I felt called today to pull some cards. We're gonna start with this spread. So I pulled 3 cards, and then I always look at the bottom of the deck because that gives me the background to the message. And you see the card is upside down, and what it is the 5 of Swords upside down. Okay, 5 of Swords gives me an energy about trust, mistrust. Okay, mistrust and trust comes through real loud for me right now. I'm actually forgetting the literal definition of this card, but they're giving me trust and distrust. Okay, so it's like you're not trusting. Okay, but literally that's what we're talking about. Duh. Hello. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Not trusting. Okay, it's an energy of like second guessing, not trusting that God's got your back. It's like feeling like you got to have all the weapons to feel like you powerful. But this card came up in the reverse. Okay, so it's given like literally no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Okay, that's literally what it's given me. It's given no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So while you worried about, what's not going to work out and who might sabotage your success and how long it might take and what might ruin it and what's not going to work out, it's like, you're wasting your time, okay? Because this is very much the energy of needing to just shift your mindset and everything is working out in your favor. And I'm going to reiterate that as I look at the other cards because it's very much here. King of Pentacles energy. This is all about this. There's a lot of energy in this card, but this is a card I get when I want to talk to entrepreneurs. Okay. King of Pentacles is like boss energy. You see, this person is surrounded by all these leaves. This is like wealth and abundance, success. See that castle in the back? Pentacles represent like material things in the physical world that are of value. Okay, the King of Pentacles is some boss energy. Like you have the potential to get it done. Okay, you may not even see yourself in this way as King of Pentacles, but this is showing up as the present energy. So it's like we all have the potential to be able to gain substantial wealth is what I want to say. Not just make a little side money, but we have the potential to gain substantial wealth, okay? It's like we embody it already. We have boss energy in us already. We have ideas. We have the capacity to execute these ideas, and we have lucrative ideas, okay? And so this is given like present energy. This is us, okay? We don't trust that things are working out in our favor, but this is us, literally. Wealth fulfillment. We are abundant beings, okay? But what's showing up in the challenge, okay, is the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is actually a really great card in the tarot. It's literally like life is turning in your favor, okay? This is like what you want. You want the Wheel of Fortune. You want wealth. You want opportunity. You want ease and flow. You want alignment. This is that card, but why is it showing up in the challenge, friend? How is the Wheel of Fortune a problem? Okay, how is life working out for me a problem? Okay, because I have this mindset of distrust. Okay, I don't trust that the universe has my back. I feel like I got to do the things. I got to be on guard. I got to make it happen. I got to keep myself protected away from injury, harm, loss, failure. That's the mindset we're taking, is that we don't have everything we need, and we do, okay? We have all the ideas for sure, okay? We have all of the ideas for sure, okay? So, and I want to keep saying that. So for those of you who want to be an entrepreneur, you're thinking about, you want to start a business, and you're like, do I even have a good idea? The answer is yes, you do, okay? You absolutely do. Okay, you have an idea that you can monetize that is going to be abundant in its success. Okay, and the problem is that you don't fully believe that it's true. You're like this energy, like slowing the momentum of the wheel. Okay, you're slowing things down because you don't believe that you're protected, that you don't trust in your ability, you don't trust in the Most High, you don't trust that you're covered, and so you're not moving forward toward. You're slowing the momentum, in fact. Okay. And so this last card here, the 7 of Wands in reverse, it's like a need to disarm, okay? It's like you got a passion, but you're actually working against yourself. There's a lot of self-sabotage energy, okay? It's like there's people that are trying to come into your life to help you, to support you, to help move you forward, okay? But this is you. The energy's in reverse. It's like you're slowing the momentum. You're slowing the momentum, stopping the process, halting. You're getting in the way because you don't know how. Oh my God, I'm listening to this message. This is funny. I'm listening to the message, and I know I personally invited some folks here, and I know this message is right in alignment with them. So, hope you're listening. But this Seven of Wands is like, yeah, needing to be open to trust, to work together in community with others. It's a lot of energy around work together in community. Okay, so it feels like people are coming to you with opportunity, with direction, with correction is the word I want to use as well. It's like trying to help you to have a more positive mindset, trying to help you get clear about what you're wanting, trying to help you figure out what to do. It's like trying to help you and you stopping the momentum because you don't believe it's possible, or it's like you're cock blocking your own success. Okay, it's a lot of energy around that, and I feel like it's coming in the form of people in particular. It's like if you see this person, he's like fighting off these wands. There's people down here holding these wands, and he's acting like he has to defend himself against this energy, okay? And this energy is not there to hurt, but he's perceiving as if it is, okay? So it's a lot of that, okay? It's a lot of that. So it's like, think about the people that are in your world right now who have either tried to offer you an opportunity or invite you to do something with them or give you some advice or something like that, tell you which way you should go or what to do. It's like it's help. I feel like it's people and it's help is what I want to describe it as. So you have to see how that resonates in your life, whether it's somebody at work or is it at home, is it a neighbor? It's like somebody's trying to help you and you are stopping the flow of that success, okay? Because you're not trusting, okay? Woo, okay. All right. All right. So I feel like I need to keep pulling some more cards from this. I didn't bring but one deck, and I felt like I was going to pull a lot of messages from it. So let's just keep it going without today. And let's see if I can do a little bit better job. There's bumblebees out here trying to get me. They're trying to get me. All right. So I'm drawn to look at this card, which is the Eight of Cups. And this is walking away from something that no longer serves you. So here's the thing is sometimes we don't think that the better is out there for us. We don't think that we can get a better job or get a better situation or have a better neighborhood or a better partner even. You know, we don't think that, we think that if we walk away that we are leaving behind the best things that have ever happened to us and we're never going to be able to search for more. But this is an energy of someone that is actually doing that. Okay. And if you notice, okay, there's some elements in the tarot that will help you better understand this. So the moon, we have the sun and the moon. And the sun and the moon in tarot represent like your drives, your motivation, and the things that make you happy. Okay. So in the cups in the tarot represent things that you love. Okay. So this person has an 8 of cups. They have 8 cups that they are leaving behind to go in search of what they don't even know to be real or true, but they have faith in it. That moon and the sun is that their faith, they're driven to go find their happiness. They're like, this is cool and all, but this is not satisfying me. I'm going to go into unknown territory to find what I really want, what I really need. That's the energy of this card, okay? It's an energy of going into that liminal space of unknown territory to see how to get to what really satisfies, what they really want, what really feels fulfilling, okay? So, you know, I don't make this shit up, y'all. I'm just pulling cards, and I don't know how this got like this. Oh, because I set the decks down wrong. But I'm just filling for cards. I'm just pulling cards. All right, we got the devil card. So this is giving like the need for someone to let go of some toxic relationship. Okay, you see it's tethered here. It's not devil as in like fictitious, you know, in the movies, you know, demon, dark devil. But this does speak to energies that don't serve you, relationships that don't serve you, something you feel literally tethered to that you can't get away from. And it feels like multiple types of relationships, okay? It feels like codependency between a parent-child relationship. I feel codependency. I feel codependency in romantic partnership. I feel codependency in business partnership. It's giving like you don't have faith and trust in yourself to bet on yourself, so you stay tied and tethered to things that don't serve you, okay? And so it's like needing, and it feels like there's a little bit, I want to describe it as an addiction, okay? It's like, you know, some people like, You know, we know those people who they always have to have a partner. They're always in relationship. They always got to be with somebody. It's like they can't just be alone because they always need to be tethered literally to somebody or something to feel good about themselves or feel whole and complete. It's a lot of that energy, okay? And we see it with parents. We see it in romance. We see it in partnerships, in business. We see it everywhere there's a relationship. There's a potential for this, okay? And so this is showing up as the challenge also, is a need to unlock, unleash, untether. It's okay. There's a need for freedom. Okay. Whew. So I don't know what your particular circumstances are, what you feel tied down to, but it's an energy of needing to let yourself go. I don't know why it's coming like this. Like, let yourself go loose. Okay. It's like, I want to say, like, fly like a bird, to set yourself free. And that doesn't mean you got to, like, break up with your partner or divorce your business, you know, or break up your business or, you know, abandon your kid. But it does mean set more boundaries. Okay. It means set more boundaries so where you can have more containers of freedom to be and express and do what you want. Okay. It's like, it's a need for boundaries for sure. It's a need for autonomy. It's a need for individual expression. Okay. There's a lot of energy around that. Okay. So many of you are not moving forward because you are tethered to situations that you don't think you can get out of. You don't think that you can, and when I say get out of, it doesn't mean, again, abandon it. It means to shapeshift it as if it's always going to be this way. It's never going to be different. We start speaking in absolutes and shit. It's always going to be this way or never be that way. That's not the case, okay? But it is a need for boundaries, a need to create more sense of freedom and autonomy for yourself, and a need to bet on yourself, okay? To trust, have faith in your abilities to do a thing, okay? It's a lot of energy around that, okay? All right. Just a couple more cards. If you resonate with these messages, make sure you like the video. I know people start freaking out when they see tarot cards and see the devil card. The devil card has a lot of positive information in it. It's a card of enlightenment. When you see the devil card, that means that you do have some shit you need to let go of. Okay, it's a call to action. You see the devil card, there's a need to let go of something. A people, a place, a thing, an activity, a habit, something needs to be surrendered. Okay. And I really feel like above all the things, it's a mindset, but it also could be a potential relationship or partnership. Okay. But above all the things, it's a mindset. All right, this card is talking to me. So we got the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So this is an energy of distraction, and yeah, more distraction. Yeah, energy of distraction. Okay. So I feel like I need to look at y'all when I say this. Look at me when I say this, my beloved. Excuse me. Hold on, let me get the message coming in. So I feel a lot of fear, right? Not just in my own life. I'm feeling collective fear. And a lot of different types of fear. Fear of a lot of different things and entities, okay? So it's like fear of the unknown. It's fear of success. It's fear of rejection. It's fear of abandonment. It's like there's a lot of different kinds of fears. Fear of failure. There's a fear of insecurity, or instability. It's a lot of different types of fears. There's a collective fears about bigger things in the world. There's a lot of fears around what's going to happen next or who's going to do what and how's this going to work out. There's a lot of fears and a lot of directions I'm picking up right now. Okay. And fear is a great catalyst to keep people still. Okay. It's a catalyst for stillness, stuckness. Fear can keep people from moving forward toward a lot of different things, right? You know, when people start talking about the economy and people are fearful of not having resources or the money to pay for things that they need at the time that they think they might need it, and they don't even know what those things might be, but there's just a fear that they may need something that they're not going to have financial wherewithal to pay for. And even though there's no actual real entity that is real, it's fictitious in their mind enough to curb their behavior to keep them halted and stunted and still. Okay. And honestly, they're giving me like this fear is a distraction. Okay, this is one of the ways in which we self-sabotage, is we allow ourselves to get tethered to things like fear, mindset. And it's a distraction. And in many ways, it's like we exercise fear because we really are afraid to exercise other feelings. So it translates as fear. So it's like I don't move forward with my business because I'm really just feeling insecure about whether or not people will support it or not. Okay. Whew. I'm really just feeling insecure, but what it more looks like is that I'm afraid to go on social media to be seen. It looks like a fear of judgment. Okay. It looks like a fear of judgment, but really it's a fear of not being worthy. Okay. So it's like they're giving me like this fear is a distractive or distraction kind of energy that takes our focus away from what really is underneath the problem. So it's and they keep taking me to money. Okay, the card has pentacles on it, and again, pentacles make reference to things in our material world, which very much includes money, wealth, anything that we see as a symbol of physical abundance. Okay, but this card, this energy is talking to me about distraction and how oftentimes we use fear as a distraction. We use fear as a placeholder for things like I'm hearing the word instability. Okay. This feels like a lot to get to. Hang on, let me see if I can get to it. Okay. So it's like, so here's a prime example. I see this all the time in my coaching practice because our services are premium price. It's not cheap over here, but you also get very dynamic work by two professionals. And so it's an energy of, I know my worthiness, my partner, my business partner, Vic, we know our worthiness. We know what we deserve. We know what our services can do, how they transform, how they offer relief, how they give clarity. We know what we do, and we're not confused about that. Okay. So the price is what the price is. The value is what we've set it to be, and that's what it is. And that doesn't mean that everybody on the outside, and maybe some of you look at the price point and you're like, oh, that's a lot. I'm not paying for that. Or even though I got it, I'm not putting toward that. That's your value system. Okay. You got to decide what works best for you. Okay. But it's like for those who have the resources to invest and choose not to invest, and they make it about the money as the reason why they don't invest, it's not the money. It's never the money, it's the fear. The reason why they don't invest is because they're afraid of what they're going to find out. They're afraid of what they're now going to have to be accountable to. They're afraid that they're going to have to change. You know, they're afraid that more dynamics in their life might change aside from this feeling good. And you know, some of our best clients are single. Okay, because married clients, once you start waking up to yourself in a new way, that starts to change the dynamic of the relationship unless both partners are on board. That's just the reality of what happens when you start getting healthier. And that's not just unique to your romantic relationships. Even for single people, this happens in your friendships, in your family relationships. Because you start getting healthier, and now you have a different mindset, and a new outlook, and new strategies, a new way of moving in the world. And now everybody that comes into contact with you, that knows you, they are now getting a new version of you that now they have to get to know. And you have to create space to now develop a new kind of relationship with them, when really all that's happened is you've changed. You've grown. And now they have an opportunity to grow with you, but if they don't, and so subconsciously we know all of these things. And as a provider, as a practitioner, I absolutely know how this goes. I've been doing this work for many, 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 many years. I've been a counselor coach for 30 plus years. 30 years. It is a plus because I'll be 51, but shit, 30 years. I know how this works. People, as much as they know they need to take care of themselves and they need to do something different and they need to, be willing to lean into growing and expanding in a new way that feels more aligned, they know it, but they're afraid of it. But they don't talk about the fear, they talk about the money. Because the fear is really about the money is really about the fear of these other things. Not even the fear of not having the money anymore. It's the fear of all these other things. So we use that as a distraction, okay? But it's a lot of energy around breaking up. I'm hearing the word break up, to break up with the mindset and the beliefs, okay? To break up with the mindset and the beliefs that are keeping you stuck and stagnant, okay? The mindset and the beliefs that have you believing that you need to know A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way up through Z before you take action in your life, okay? And I don't know what said action needs to be. I don't know how this message resonates for each of you, but I'm hearing okay? It's like what is on the horizon that you're not currently experiencing. You know what this is. Even if you don't know how to get there, you know what it is. You know what you're wanting. You know what you're longing for. You know what you feel like you need. Okay? Even if it's just one small piece of it. You may not have the whole path and the whole puzzle, but you know what you want and what you need. But there's a need for you to create more space in your life, in your environment, for you to be able to sit with yourself, be with yourself, to reflect, to not be so tethered to other people's energy in order to feel good about yourself, but you're taking time to be with yourself, to get clarity, okay, to develop more passion, get more in line with your passion. Okay, and I say this to people in partnership, okay? Just because you're in a partnership with somebody doesn't mean you don't have your own wants, needs, desires, and passions. I have a partner. She would say the same thing. We have so much in common. We have so much overlap. You see our human design charts. They just lay on top of each other just like a beautiful little marriage. But we also are independent beings that need our own time, our own space, our own hobbies, our own friends. We need our own things to do. It's an imperative that we have space to be our individual selves while we are also in this connection. And this is true for every single relationship that exists on the planet. Even parental relationships require boundaries. Children need boundaries so that parents protect and respect. Children can have boundaries that parents need to respect and protect. Okay, and that's children of all ages. If you got an infant that gets worn out really easily when they're around a lot of people, and you have a long day of peopling, you've got to respect that kid's boundary. That kid needs rest and needs to unplug because they get overstimulated. So you need to take time to go honor that kid's needs and let them take a nap. That's an example. All the way through to you now 45 and your mom and dad are still trying to tell you how to run your life and what's important for you to do and what's not, and da-da-da. Boundaries, okay? So it's a lot of energy around needing to really hold yourself more accountable to moving forward, Okay. Holding yourself more accountable to having faith, trust, and what you cannot see yet. It's a lot of energy around really working on your relationship with your faith. This mindset of covering. Okay. And I'm going to end on this piece here. Let's play one more card. Man, I cannot make this up. Last card is the Fool card. The card is all about taking risk. See, this person is literally on the edge of a cliff, just as joyful as he wants to be, and not even caring about the cliff being there. The Fool card in the tarot is all about taking risk. It's all about having faith. It's all about feeling the folly of life and the whimsy of life and just going with the flow wherever the flow feels good to take you. And other people might say, oh, you're a fool for doing that. It's like, yeah, I'll be the fool. Because this is what resonates for me. This is what feels good for me. This is what it takes for me. It may not be the decisions that you would make or the choices you would take. It's not, it doesn't have to be. It's like, this feels right for me. Okay. So I'm going to stop there. Okay. I'm going to thank y'all for tuning in, tapping in. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for liking the video. If you didn't get a chance, now's your chance. Do it right now. Okay. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm out in these streets Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern, a live intuitive channeled message. My name is Allah-mi Basheer. I welcome you to go to begreateveryday.com if you want to learn more about me, what I do. If you want a private intuitive message, let's get that on the books. Let's talk. Let's hash it out. I'm feeling the need to do some forecasting readings. I said that to somebody earlier, and I never say that. I think I did do a year in review earlier to start this year, like what you can expect this year. One of my current clients reminded me of that I did one for her, and she's right on pace with all the things. So for those of you who want to do a one-on-one reading, that could be a great opportunity to get ahead of what's coming for you this year and start to really get more aligned with who and how you want to show up. Okay. What else did I want to say? Oh, all the details are in the show notes if you want to know how to stay connected. Again, it's begreateveryday.com. Book an intuitive reading or a human design consultation. If you don't know about your human design, and I'm talking even further than your type, strategy, and authority, your profile, that's just the basics. It's about diving deeper so you can really come to understand your blueprint, what you are made to do, and how you are made to thrive in this lifetime with ease. So look at that sun peeking through. Oh, so beautiful. So, so, so beautiful. I give thanks to everyone who joined me today. Welcome you to join me tomorrow. Tap in, tune in. Let's get this going, y'all. Time waits for no one, okay? I welcome y'all to have a great day no matter what you hear. Be great every day. No matter what. Peace, y'all.